Imagine a room, not just any room, a room that glowed. This was the Amber Room, often called the eighth wonder of the world. Its story begins in Prussia in the early 18th century. King Frederick I of Prussia had a vision. He wanted something truly unique. He looked to amber, that ancient fossilized resin, millions of years old. He commissioned a chamber entirely of this golden material. Amber itself is fascinating. It's not a stone but organic. The hardened sap of prehistoric trees washed ashore on Baltic coasts, sometimes trapping insects or plants, each piece a window to an ancient world. The ambition was staggering, to create walls of this precious material, intricately carved, polished to a gleam. Imagine the light filtering through amber panels, creating an ethereal, warm glow. This wasn't just decoration, it was an immersive experience. The design of the Amber Room was breathtaking. It was a masterpiece of Baroque art. Panels of amber, mosaics of incredible detail, crafted with meticulous care. Each panel a work of art in itself, adorned with gold leaf and mirrors. The mirrors amplified the light. The gold added to its regal splendor. Skilled artisans worked for years. German craftsmen summoned by the king. They cut, carved, and polished, fitting pieces together like a giant jigsaw puzzle. The amber varied in color from pale yellow to deep red, creating a rich tapestry of hues. The Amber Room was a symbol of power, of course, of wealth undoubtedly, but also of the Prussian king's connection to nature, harnessing its beauty, transforming it. It represented the Enlightenment's fascination with both art and natural science, a luminous expression of an era. The Amber Room was not destined to stay in Prussia. Its story took a turn, a diplomatic turn. In 1716, King Frederick William I of Prussia, the son of the room's creator, made a grand gesture. He gifted the entire Amber Room to Peter the Great of Russia. A powerful alliance was being forged, cemented with a gift of unparalleled beauty. Peter the Great was an admirer of Western European art and science. He was transforming Russia, making it a modern power. The Amber Room fit perfectly into his vision for a new grand Russia. It arrived in St. Petersburg, carefully packed in 18 large boxes, a treasure changing hands. Its new home was magnificent. The Catherine Palace at Tsarskoye Selo near St. Petersburg. The room was installed and it was expanded. Russian artisans added their own touches, Florentine mosaics, more gilded carvings, more mirrors. It became even larger, even more opulent, a jewel in the Tsarist crown. For nearly 2 centuries it amazed visitors, a highlight of the Russian imperial collections. But the world does not stand still. Empires crumble, new powers rise. The 20th century arrived. With it, turmoil. The Russian Revolution changed everything. Then the ominous clouds of another great war. World War II, the rise of Nazi Germany, a regime with a dark hunger for power and for treasure. The Amber Room was in grave danger. Beauty is fragile, especially in times of conflict. Art, culture, history, all threatened. The Amber Room was incredibly valuable, not just in monetary terms but as a unique cultural artifact. As the Nazi war machine prepared to roll east towards Russia, towards Leningrad, St. Petersburg, curators at the Catherine Palace grew fearful. They knew what might happen. They tried to protect it. They considered disassembling the room, packing it away to safety, far from the front lines. But the amber was old, brittle. The disguise was not enough. In June 1941, Germany invaded the Soviet Union. Operation Barbarossa, a brutal, swift advance. By September, German forces reached Tsarskoye Selo. The Catherine Palace fell into their hands. The fate of the Amber Room hung precariously. Soldiers explored the vast palace, searching for anything of value, anything to claim for the Reich. It didn't take long. Someone noticed something odd about one room. Perhaps the wallpaper seemed out of place, or a piece of amber peeked through. The flimsy disguise was torn away, revealing the glittering prize beneath. Imagine their astonishment, their greed, the legendary Amber Room, right before their eyes. The looting was swift and organized under the direction of Nazi art theft units, the Einsatzstab Reichsleiter Rosenberg, or ERR. They knew its value. They knew its history. German soldiers carefully dismantled the room. In just 36 hours, it was gone. Packed into 27 crates, stolen from its Russian home. Königsberg became a battleground. Allied bombers rained destruction upon the city. In 1944, the castle was heavily damaged. Fires raged. Chaos ensued. And then, silence. When Soviet forces finally took the city in 1945, the Amber Room was gone. Vanished, seemingly without a trace. The crates, the panels, the golden light, all gone. What happened to it? This became one of World War II's greatest mysteries. Did it burn in the fires? Were the crates moved before the final assault? The theories blossomed. Some said it was loaded onto a ship and now lies at the bottom of the Baltic Sea. Others whispered of hidden bunkers, secret mines, underground tunnels, lost somewhere in the vast European landscape. For decades, the search continued, an obsession for treasure hunters, historians, adventurers. Governments even got involved, sporadically. Stasi files in East Germany hinted at leads. KGB agents in Russia pursued shadows. Tiny clues emerged, then faded. False sightings, dead ends. The Amber Room became a legend, a ghost of unimaginable beauty. The hunt for the Amber Room never truly ceased. It pulsed in the hearts of a dedicated few. Generations of researchers chasing whispers. Then, in late 2024, a new lead surfaced. Not from old maps or wartime diaries, but from advanced ground-penetrating radar and persistent archaeological survey work. In a forgotten network of tunnels near a remote castle in the Ore Mountains, Germany. A place not previously linked strongly to the room. Imagine the scene. Early 2025. A small team of archaeologists and historians, following the faint signals from their scans. They broke through a collapsed section of a tunnel not on any modern map. Dust filled the air, the smell of damp earth, and something else, a faint resinous scent, hope mixed with trepidation. What would they find in this forgotten place? There, in the beam of their flashlights, several large decaying wooden crates, stamped with faded German military markings. Hearts pounded. Could this be it? Carefully they pried one open. Inside, nestled in rotted straw, fragments of carved amber, intricate pieces, some with traces of gold leaf. A collective gasp. It was almost unbelievable. After 80 years of searching, the initial discovery was stunning. Not the entire room, not yet. The excitement was immense, but caution was needed. The world needed proof, irrefutable proof. The recovered fragments were carefully transported to a secure laboratory. Under intense scrutiny, a team of international experts assembled, art historians, amber specialists, conservators, scientists armed with cutting-edge technology. They're tasked to authenticate the find. To answer the question, is this truly it? They compared the fragments to detailed pre-war photographs of the Amber Room, to original design documents, the style of carving, the patterns, the dimensions. Microscopic analysis revealed the amber's origin, Baltic amber, consistent with the original. Chemical analysis of pigments and gold leaf. Everything pointed in one direction. The evidence was mounting, overwhelmingly. The official announcement came in the spring of 2025, a joint press conference, German and Russian officials present. The experts declared their findings. The discovered fragments were, without doubt, genuine. The discovery was a triumph of perseverance, of science, of hope, but it also unearthed complex issues. The Amber Room's story is one of creation, gift, theft, and now, rediscovery. Its journey has crossed borders, spanned centuries, and entangled nations in its golden web. Now, the most pressing question: who has the rightful claim to these recovered treasures? The debate began almost immediately. It was originally Prussian, created in Germany, a masterpiece of German craftsmanship. Then it was gifted to Russia, where it became a beloved Russian imperial treasure. For 200 years it was Russian, expanded and cherished. Then looted by Nazi Germany during wartime. A clear act of plunder. The lines of ownership are blurred by history. Russia views the Amber Room as an integral part of its cultural heritage, stolen during a brutal invasion. Its return has been sought for decades. Germany acknowledges the circumstances of its removal, the dark chapter of Nazi looting.